Hello everyone, this is Ep21, and welcome to episode 21 of Ep20's Let's Play Dyson Sphere program. Where, oh boy, look, you can see right behind, right behind our gas giant, you can see the Dyson swarm around the sun. How cool is that? Oh man. So I'm starting up today's episode, kind of just flying around, seeing how things are going. What's up over here? We don't have enough titanium crystals. Big surprise. We knew that was going to happen. Titanium crystals are obviously a problem for us, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about it. As you can see, we kicked off the miniature particle collider research. It just finished. We're currently researching strange matter, which is going to be a big and important part of what we want to do next, is we want to automate strange matter. And you know what? I'm gonna cue the gravitational wave refraction thing, just to be ready for that, because we're gonna need it soon. And since we're queuing that up, I do want to take a quick peek down here and see how we're doing with our ray receivers. All right, cool. Not bad. Continuous receiving is nice, 100%. Alright, I guess that means you're cool. 13.6 megawatts each. So we're actually in a pretty good position here. You're each generating about 13.5 megawatts out of the potential max of 15. So that means that we have enough ray receivers. That's what it means, right? We're constantly receiving energy from our Dyson swarm around the sun, which is nice. Are you guys no longer launching because you're low on solar sails? No, you have plenty of solar sails, so it's probably just an angle of the sun issue. Not a big deal. It's all good. So yeah, our Dyson swarm's doing really nicely. We're going to need to do a Dyson sphere sooner than later. And you know what might be a cool thing to automate while we're here? I might want to kick off. Here's something that we researched last episode: frame materials. And Dyson sphere components, you know, come off of that. So that's bing, bang, boom. That doesn't look too bad to make. We could probably kick off frame materials pretty easily-ish. Let's go set up a real quick spot to make frame materials if we can. Let me see what that looks like for us. So frame materials is going to need some silicon. It's going to need some of that titanium alloy stuff, and it's going to need some of, I believe, these dudes, graphene. Or, these dudes here, the carbon nanotubes. Now, yeah, maybe I should, how do I want to queue this up? I'm looking at just how I want to set this up here. So we need basically to import 3 items and export 1. So it's either make an interstellar or connect to an existing one of these bad boys. Are you bringing in any of those things that are nice and useful for me? Nah, you just got this. So I could either key off of this, like pull the carbon nanotubes out of this one, and have the titanium and silicon flown over here, so I have another logistics station. I think that might be what I do. We are going to need a lot of this frame material. We're going to need a healthy-ish amount of it. So let's lay down some foundation here. Okay. And what I'll probably even do is bury the veins. So we've still got the coal there, right? It's just hiding. That looks nice. Did I really use all these already? Holy cow. That's right, because I did the... Last episode we did the hydrogen thing, didn't we? Yeah, we sorted out hydrogen, didn't we? Yeah, that's why I'm out of those things. I usually have a few, and last episode we made tons of hydrogen collectors. Speaking of, how's my hydrogen collection coming along? Is a really good question. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. A lot of hydrogen in transit to us right now, which is cool. And we have a little bit of a buffer inside there. So I'm going to call that a success, I would say, ish. Successful-ish. So does that mean we can make some of these now? We're also going to need some titanium. Never hurts to have a few extra of that. We'll just get 250-ish. Oh, and processors. We are always low on processors. Orange processors is one of those things you're always going to be low on. Oh, perfect. Strange matter's done. Nice. And hey, actually, we're not too bad on processors. I bet it's steel that's hurting me now. Yup, no surprise. It's alright, we'll live. So hopefully we've got all the research cubes that we need to get these things going. Steel is what we're gonna need. I should really get steel in one of these towers here. But this is enough for now. This is enough for now to get this ball rolling. So let's get frames going here. I want to align this relatively close to that guy. And your job will be to bring in titanium, was it? And... no, titanium alloys and silicone. And 500-ish should be good. And we'll throw some drones in there, just 10-ish. I usually go with about 10, as you guys have noticed by now. And then you're going to supply frame material. And we'll make this supply buffer be about half what it can be, so 2,500. So you guys go demand those things. And let's, real quick... Are we low on graphene? Luckily I have a way to get some of that right next to me. Sweet. So you're going to wind up running some of this out here for me. I'm going to keep it set to none for now. Let's just run it like this. Does that seem cool? Because I want to, again, as usual, I like to plan for the future, right? So I want to be prepared to have these guys on both sides like this. And then you're going to go straight across, boom, boom, and you're going to go 1, 2, 3, and that should be cool, right? Nice. So you're going to be frame material. Cool. Easy peasy. And what I'll probably wind up doing is looping this around here. So let's clear these guys off. I'm only going to have a couple of these builders for now, but this is easily going to be adaptable to potential future needs. Okay. Like that. Cool. Easy peasy, right? And there's a reason that I'm purposely, right now, doing this frame material thing. And then you wanted to be exporting this. Nice. So this frame material has two very nice uses. Number one, it's going to go towards Dyson sphere components that we're going to need shortly to set up Dyson spheres. Now to make those, we need orange processors and solar sails, so I'll probably expand this down in a little bit when we're ready to get there. And kind of, just like I did here, like pipe the frame components out into, and bring in the titanium alloy, or no, the solar sails and the orange processors. And then output Dyson sphere components. Cool. Now, the reason I want to grab these is because they make a very nice little gadget. The satellite station. So I should be able to make a handful of these now because I've got my frame materials. Cool. These guys are great. They are basically your large area of effect for power distribution. So you know how our current power system, we've got this guy, right, that distributes power. And then we've also got this guy, which is a smaller area of effect, but a longer distance. So check out the new one. Boom. Look at the size of that thing. Whew. That is a large area of effect for power transmission. So those things are cool. We will very happily play with them. And I want to have a handful available. So that's the reason I automated frame materials right now, is because I wanted to make more of these bad boys. So I assume that we're low on... And oh good, we got our next thing. I'll just steal these. I bet you're low on those little dudes. No, we're not, actually. So what am I low on? Oh, really? I thought I had gotten enough of you. Let me get one more, if I may. Cool. I like having a handful of these. Just because they are nice to have. So we'll just kick off all the crafting for that, and no big deal. Alright, so now that we've got a nice little bit of frame material going on, so that we can start being prepared for what we want to do. Let me just restock a little bit. Make sure we've got all the things we need. And I like to have a healthy amount of iron. Let's start looking at our new structured material that we can make, which is graviton lenses and strange matter. So strange matter is a combination of deuterium, which we have a healthy amount of, iron, which we have a healthy amount of, and those orange particle trap things, or the purpley particle trap things. So what I'm thinking is up here by my deuterium production line is where I'm going to set this up. Okay? That's the plan, as it were. So I've got a lot of deuterium fuel rods, like a stupid amount of deuterium fuel rods. Holy cow, do we have a lot of deuterium. And we have a bunch of deuterium stored up in our tanks. And we've backstuffed all our deuterium production, so that's kind of nice. Now, wow, look how much hydrogen I've got already. Holy cow, that's a bananas amount of hydrogen. I'm very pleased with our hydrogen backstuffing process. I am not at all complaining about that. So what I'd like to do now is start working on these two things. So graviton lenses are just diamonds. So is there coal nearby by chance? Because that would be great. I don't see any, but we might want to ship it in. So I am producing diamonds up here by our yellow dudes. Right? Do you have a capacity? Yes, you do. Excellent. Excellent. Alright, this is going to get a little dire wiry, but let's feed diamonds into here. And you can store like 2,500-ish. So that'll just get this diamond production line going. And what I might even do, cool. Copy and paste you in. Boom and boom. Nice. How great is that, huh? Not too shabby. So that'll get us diamonds automated and thrown into the logistics network. Pretty healthy amount of them, too. I don't remember diamonds being a big concern for me, so if we need to expand that later, we obviously can. But that should be a pretty easy approach. So let's head back to our deuterium production, wherever that happened to be. I get lost on my own planet sometimes. It's a thing that happens. Just accept it for what it is. Is this hydrogen over here? Yeah, it is. Cool. So here's my deuterium production. Well, the views in this game are just amazing to me. Every time I fly around the planet and I happen to catch a view like this, I'm just like, that is gorgeous. So deuterium over here, right? So what we're going to do is very simple and straightforward. We want to make strange matter, so we need to bring in those two things. And then strange matter, if I remember correctly, it's not used for a lot except for these graviton lenses. I might be wrong. But I think I'm right. Does anything else? So this is a Mark III smelter, or a processor, right? I don't think strange matter is used for much else. The graviton lenses are for making things. I think those are just deuterium fuel rods. They're not strange matter, so that's not a concern. Yeah, that's some really advanced stuff that we're getting into. artificial stars is going to happen at some point. But yeah, I think what we don't really need the strange matter for anything but making the graviton neutron star things. So what I'll probably do, I kind of want to make these graviton lenses available to the logistics network. So let's bring in diamonds, iron, and particle traps. So that's 3 items. And then we will ship out graviton lenses. Does that sound cool? Now, graviton lenses can be used to make warpers, but you shouldn't. We should use green research to make warpers. And I'll tell you why. You can kind of see it if you're paying attention here to this, but look at the recipes for warpers. 1 graviton lens makes 1 warper, or 1 green research makes 8 warpers. And a green research is made with 1 graviton lens, and 1 blue processor makes 2 green researches. So the math here is ridiculous, and I don't know why this exists, except for maybe for some reason if you needed to get into warpers before you got to green research. But it's literally 1 graviton lens equals 1 warper, or 1 graviton lens equals 16 warpers. And, I mean, yes, you need the blue chips, but, like, okay, that's not... I mean, that's still, it's a 16x multiplier. Like, why wouldn't you? So let's kick off the green research, because I think we're ready to do that anyway. And then, like I said, we're going to bring in iron, particle traps, and diamonds. So let's do one of these guys. Okay. And I'm going to kick these off as well. But because we need to have 4 items coming in here, right? And then we'll just key off of this. And if I want to flatten out a little terrain, I can. All right, so here's my thought process. And hopefully it makes sense. So I'm going to have an interstellar logistics here, my old buddy. And you're going to get, you know, some of these drones in it. You're going to bring in, like I said, iron, right? And we don't need, like, a crazy amount. You know, we could do, like, 1,000 of each. And then we need the particle containers. And we might need to amp up production on these, because remember, we automated these a while ago. But my goal would be, if I could get those magnets, that would be cool. I want that rare material to auto. That would be awesome. What else did I need for this particle trap? So we've got the deuterium, the iron in that, and then we're eventually going to need diamonds. So the diamonds need to come in here as well. Diamonds is around here somewhere. These are all your rare materials, by the way, over here on the right. Diamonds. Yes. So you're going to be remote for storage. I don't want you to interact remotely with anything. And then you're going to locally demand all this stuff. And then your job will be to eventually produce graviton lenses. I'm not going to store the strange matter until I decide such point that I need to store strange matter for some reason. Cool. All right. So now with that coming out, and we've got our deuterium here, the first thing we need to make is the strange matter itself. And that is not made in a replicator, but in a particle collider, which is a new building, which is not all that different from other buildings, except in terms of power usage. It's pretty expensive. So up until now, most of our buildings have been measured in kilowatts. 540 kilowatts, 960 kilowatts, 720 kilowatts. Particle colliders, 12 megawatts work consumption. Very expensive, little dude. Very, very expensive. Gonna need some frame material in order to craft that bad boy. So I bet we're all very happy that Dyer automated this 5 minutes ago, right? That was incredibly well planned out, wasn't it? Go, Dyer, go. And let's see if we can get a few of these. Wow, we need a lot more. You know what we really need to automate better? Is down here. This guy, I mean, he's okay, but we're gonna need a lot more of them. Let's do 4 of them for now in total, and then we'll kind of branch out from that point. So you guys are gonna want to output these 2, right? So similar to what I did in the other spot, we're gonna have coming out of here. I'm not gonna choose the outputs just yet. I want to plan out the build real quick. Let's bring you down this way. Does that sound cool? And we'll connect you in a minute. And then I want to be ready, just like I've done with a lot of these things at this point. Let's have your particle colliders, which, by the way, are really big buildings. They're really quite large, these structures. And we will offset it by 1 so that we can do... And I'm going to use Mark 3 belts for this. Okay. And you guys will be responsible for making strange matter. So as a reminder, you can also use these to do deuterium, which is the 1-to-1, or 10 to 5, I'm sorry, 10 to 5. So it's like a more guaranteed chance to get deuterium rather than the random chance. But again, very expensive power consumption and energy, right? These guys are the way you want to do it. My opinion. You can choose to go however you want, right? So we'll copy and paste this recipe here. Let's just be prepared now. I should be able to copy and paste you. Should be able to copy and paste you. And again, the offsetting is what makes these things work. Beautiful. Hey, gravity matrices are done. Awesome. Green research coming up in the near future. Now again, these guys are kind of collidey, so be cognizant of that. This might be a good time to use my new power all the things. Boom. It's kind of cool, isn't it? Kind of cool. You can even see them. They're like little satellite power dudes that just kind of fly above there. Oh, yes. Power is becoming a thing, isn't it? Yes, it is. Power is becoming a thing for us, y'all. We're going to need some better power stuff in a bit. I do have a lot of deuterium fuel rods, which is nice. So if we do, need to do something with regards to power, we can. Alright, so that should be ready for our strange matter. And we'll see how much strange matter we're producing per minute. We might want to expand this line and do more. We're going to start with, a modest production line and go from there. So you're going to be this, and you're going to be this. And these guys should now be producing strange matter. Nice. Now, did I put this too close? I hope not. I hope I gave myself a little bit of room here. Let's run you down the middle. And then here, I'm going to run... Actually, do I want to run this? I would like to run it a slightly different way. Let's do this. Clear these guys out. I'm going to run you down this way. I don't have enough soil pile. Well, let's go get some more. This is how you get soil pile. The whole soil pile mechanic is a little bit of a nuisance, honestly. But not the end of the world. Okay? So what I would like to do, what I think I will do, actually, is I'm going to bring you up so that I can then bring you down. Okay? That way, if I decide that I want to extend these guys, I can relatively easily do that. Deal? Okay. And then you're going to fly over here. And what we want is to make the graviton lenses. So it's just diamonds and this strange matter, right? Is all we need to do. So it's 4 diamonds to 1 strange matter. Not a big deal. What I'm thinking I will have... Because we want to go north to south, or east to west on it, right? So what we could do, let's bring it down a little bit more. Let's bring it down to this grid line. And we will have you... And I don't think I need to offset those, because they're only 2 inputs. Deal? And we'll have But actually not you, because what we're going to have is coming out of the middle line here. Okay, so your job will be to make graviton lenses and graviton lenses. Like that. And then you're going to have an output that looks something like that. Cool. How's that look? I love it. I love being able to make these little one tall things. It's the way to go. Okay. So there's your graviton lenses. I will again duplicate you guys. So easily expandable on both fronts. Yes? We agree on that assessment? So you're going to output, you're going to output. What don't you have? Aren't you deuterium? Why are you not deuteriuming? Oh, I see. That's why I wanted you to be Mark 6. Did you get doubled up here? I derped it up. It's a diary thing to do. Hopefully you're going to get deuterium fast enough for you to run. Is that correct? You are. You're good. You're good. We're piping deuterium in fast enough for you guys. Cool. And then you can output here. And then you guys need a little bit of power. Look how big the radius is on this, by the way. It's just bananas how big it is, which I love. And then you will be diamonds. Cool? How great is that? And now you're making the graviton lenses that we need. So let's transition directly into green research from here. So what I'm going to do that is I'm going to get another one of these bad boys too close to another logistics station. We'll get you in a better position. Boy, do you really want to be far away. How far away do you want to be? Very far away. So I'm just thinking in my mind how this is going to look. But... oh, look, we're getting low on power. Look, our power is struggling. We are officially at the power problem stage. Remember I told you we thought we had a lot. We do not have a lot of power at this point, right? Like, we thought we had a lot. We definitely don't. If we want to hold ourselves over, do I even need you at this point, honestly? I don't think so. I think you're pretty well covered thanks to this dude. What we can do is do some deuterium power planting. Mini fusion? Yeah, that would be a good way to go. That might not be a bad way to go. Let's do 219-ish. How about 4? 4 of these sound cool? So we're gonna extend this dude out, which means you guys will start processing again. Cool. And you will make so just like with our coal-based power plants, we can 100% do this and that. And now you guys are each making 15 megawatts of power. So that's not bad. That's like a plus 60 all of a sudden. Boom. That's a pretty big increase, right? And they last for a decent amount of time in there. A decent amount of time in there. So that's like a nice little buffer zone in terms of power. That we can just feed ourselves while we're ready. Alright, now it's your job, sir. So let's get ready. You're going to just bring in blue chips. So you're going to have a remote demand. And then you're going to send out gravity matrices. That's it. That's all I need you to do. Very simple. Very straightforward. Make it happen. And then I'm going to feed out of here. We'll basically do, you come out of this guy. You're going to come out of this guy with the strange matters. And then you're going to feed in. Okay? Is that going to be enough? Yeah, green. Cool. Alright, so you should be on demand mode now. You're going to bring in your blue chips. Remember we automated a couple episodes back? Okay. And... cool. Easy peasy. Sweet. Now what I would also like to do, is provision warp drive here. Let's do that. So where's my warpers? And there's a reason I'm doing this that you will, if you don't already know, you'll find out pretty soon. But there's a reason I'm going to auto-craft space warpers. So I want you to store them. And again, the recipe is very simple. The space warpers are literally 1 green turns into 8 space warpers. And it's made in an assembler. So very, very simple. I will snag some more belts. And your recipe will be the green matrix to space warper, dude. And that's literally all she wrote. Cool. Now, did you get your dudes yet? Yes, but I didn't filter your output, so we should do that real fast. Whoosh. And this is obviously planning for the future, right? If I decide that I want to have more of these. Yes, I sometimes do stuff like this, but consider the minimal amount of wasted resources sitting on those belts. There's 10 of those things. That's not that big a deal, right? Few people have been commenting like, Dyer, you're wasting resources by leaving them like this. Technically true, but when we're making like 100 of these per minute, and there's just 10 sitting here, and it's not like it's wasting 10 per minute, it's just wasting 10 period, like, that's not that big a deal. Cool. And now we should have space warpers happening. Check it out. Boom. And I should probably speed up the output of these bad boys. Because, yes. Now, are you guys getting enough? Yeah, you're cooking. Cooking, cooking, cooking. Nice. Space warpers is happening. That's exciting. Because it means we're very close to being able to warp in space. And since we know that we're going to want some green researches, let's go over to our researchy area. And we should have the capability to fly in one more research, and that would be green. Give me 500 and demand it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So once our green research really kicks into gear, and I might even, what's the time on the green research right now? Because I might increase this. 2.5 per minute. 100% want that to go faster. 100% want that to go faster. If I were to put you there, you're going to be a little bit off kilter. Cool. And now we're producing green research that much faster. Cool. So you'll eventually back stuff. Let's do like 1,500 space warpers. Does that sound, or maybe 1,000? 1,000's probably a nice amount. Remember, we get 8 space warpers per green research cube, and we get 2 green research cubes per craft here. Right? It's 2 cubes per craft. So we're actually doing pretty good, I would say. Pretty good. All right. So now that we've got that cooking, it's a little bit of research time. Let's look into upgrades. What I would like to do is do universe exploration. Let's kick this bad boy off so we can see some of the vein reserves on nearby star systems. And then in addition to that, we're going to need to upgrade our mecha's ability to fly through space. Drive Engine 4 unlocks Mecha Warp. So I'm going to queue that up so that we're ready to do warping. And what I'm going to say is it's wrapping up point for the episode. So for now, Ep21 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. How's our power system doing now that we're doing green research? Not great, not terrible. Not great, not terrible. But here are the plans. Step 1. I'm going to look around in space. I'm going to do, next episode, we're going to do a little bit of exploration around the planets nearest to us. And now I might want to rapidly upgrade to Universe Expansion 4, though that needs 2,000 green research. But at the rate we're producing them, that shouldn't be, believe it or not, too long. Shouldn't be too long before we have a couple thousand of these guys. Because if we look at our statistics panel, green research is happening at a rate of 11 or 12 per minute. That's not bad. In the last 10 minutes. Let's do the last 1 minute. 50-ish per minute. 50-ish per minute. Not bad at all, right? And that makes more sense. Yeah, because we're doing 2.5 per minute here. We've got 10 of these, so that would be 25 per minute. But remember, we make 2 at a time. So it's 50 per minute. So that's accurate. So for now, wrapping up point, Ep21 signing off. We'll come back next episode. We'll check out how to engage warp, how to fly through space, go visit other star systems. And then while that's happening, we'll hope that there's some cool stuff in some adjacent solar systems. If there's not, we're going to unlock the next tier of universe so we can see the resources in all systems and be good. For now, Ep21 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.